Hello and welcome. In this specific video, I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot of a sales letter. So you can use this on sales letters. You can apply it to anything other than sales letters. It doesn't have to be sales letters, but I'm going to show you how to take screenshots so that you can properly do them, resize them to the proper size, and then you can upload them to your tabs. Now, there are several screenshot softwares out there that you can use. I prefer to use Snagit. So if you go to techsmith.com/snagit.html, you will be able to see a little more information about what Snagit offers. Snagit offers not only just screenshots, but you can do a lot more than just the basic screenshots. And I'll show you in a minute just how to do that and of course what we're looking at. Now, if you don't want to dish out some money, I believe it's about 50 bucks, then you can always stick with free programs. There is a Firefox web page screenshot software. If you go to addons.mozilla.org slash up here slash Fireshot. So, or you can simply just do a search for Fireshot or do a search for web page screenshot in Firefox. There's a lot of them out there that you can use. But obviously you will need to have Firefox in order to use this. Now, in this specific video, I'm going to be using Snagit just because I prefer that. I use it all the time, and there's a lot of cool stuff that you can actually do with it. So let's take, for example, a sales letter here. Here's a sales letter that is about outsourcing book writing and proofreading. Now, keeping that in mind, you have to know what kind of tabs you're going to create. So if I'm going to create a basic general tab that gives people the idea of the headline, the subheadline, and what it's all about. And then I can move in a little more deeper, perhaps into relating to the person. Now, keep in mind that these are deal pages. It doesn't necessarily gives us the ability to put too much text in there. In fact, during our case studies, we found that if you put too much text, most people will not look through all your text. With a deals page, you want it to be super fast and quick. So keeping that in mind, I think we're going to stick with possibly just doing this here. We're going to give them a breakdown of the 10-part video series so they know exactly what to expect. We could put some images in here because the deals page is going to have the header already, so we don't have to put the header. And they can have a side block, can be either an image or video, so you could either put the images in the side block or a video itself. And I'm going to take a screenshot of the 10-part video series breakdown here, and I think at the very end I could put some call to actions, but just 3 tabs in this case. So what I need to do now is simply open up Snagit here, and it's very easy to use, but in this case we're going to cover 3 different ways, or 2 different ways actually. But the first thing we'll want to do is grab this here. So if I open up Snagit here, we want to choose the region feature. As long as everything is above the fold and you can see it, the region is just fine. So I would say pick anywhere here, copy it here, and just make sure that over here it's about aligned correctly. So that'll be kind of the first intro. Then I want to get a breakdown of the actual video series. Or I could grab this here. So I'm going to grab this here. Now, if you're wondering, okay, the text actually goes beyond above the fold, I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. But we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm going to grab Dear So-and-so. And there we go. Now, let me show you this. Because it goes past here, I'm going to have to use the scroll feature. So with Snagit, I'm going to have to move this a little bit over here so that you can see this. But with Snagit, I'm going to do the scrolling window. And then I'm going to make sure that it auto scrolls to the window. That way it'll scroll down, it'll capture it while it's scrolling down. So I'm going to select capture, and I'm going to click on this little scroll arrow that goes down. And as you can see, it's copying, it scrolled it down, and then it made the screenshot. So now I press Control down here so I can see the whole thing. But as you can see, I kind of wanted it to stop here. So I'm going to simply drag the bottom arrow here all the way here. And I don't really want this background here. So I'm just going to move all this over here and all of this over to here. And I'm going to make it look decent like this. And there we go. Now, the thing I like about Snagit is you can actually add stuff to this. You don't have to use it as it is, like most other screenshot softwares. You can add arrows if you want to. You can make them 3D. You can add other types of arrows. You can add other types of effects. You can even highlight stuff if you want to. You can change the color of the highlight. You can add callouts. You can add stamps. You can do a lot of other types of things. But besides that, you can also make it look like this. So you can have it like it's a piece of paper that's been ripped out. You can even make it have that kind of 3D effect to it. You can change that 3D effect however you want to. You can make it sideways like that. That's another good eye-catching feature. And of course, you can resize it. Now, in terms of the width that you should have it no wider than 750 pixels for a standard deal page. Now, in terms of a narrow deal page, if you want to use it for WordPress iframes, Facebook tabs, or for mobile users, then the max would be 650 pixels wide. So just keep that in mind here. So I'm thinking, I know I've got iPhone and mobile users that will come to the page. I want to make sure that I appeal to them as well. So I'm going to make it 650 width max. So the way you do it is simply click on resize and resize image, and just take a look at what it is in pixels. Now the width here is 669. So just to be safe, I'm going to make it 640. You can do it anything you want, and just want to make sure that the height is adjusted in relation to the width, so that we got that there. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to resize the image, make sure that it is less than 650. So I'm going to do 640. And I'm going to do the other image, the same thing here. We're going to resize the image and choose pixels. And this is too big, so I'm going to make it 640. And there we go. So from that point, all I have to do is save it, click save the files, and of course, watch my videos on how to upload to the tabs through the editor that we give you. So as you can see, very, very easy to use, doesn't take a long time, and you don't necessarily have to do it with Snagit. You can use the other software that I pointed you to. As you can see here, we recommend this, or you can use your own screenshot software. So that's it. So if you want to use 2checkout.com as a payment processor with the Easy Deal Builder system, that's what I'm going to show you in this specific video. What you need to do is go ahead and log in and go ahead and create a product. So in this example, I went ahead, created a product, named it Software Easy 123 Software Test, 90% off. Your product ID goes here. You put a short description or the title and put a long description here. You put the price point, just create a product just as you normally do. But the only thing that you need to be aware of is to put the pay success URL here. So if we go back to the EDB system and we look at the deal itself, we can see the pay success URL here. So what we need to do is simply highlight this, copy this, and go back to checkout here and simply copy and paste this here. Once you're done with that, we can click on Save Changes. And there we go. Now what we need to do is to get the actual payment link, because we'll need to go back to the EDB system and copy and paste that link to step number 4. To do that, we need to go back to the viewing area where it shows the products. We need to locate the product here. As you can see here, it says 90% off Easy 123 Software Test, and this little button here says HTML snippet. So go ahead and click on this, and they'll basically give you the buy from to checkout link. This is what you need. You do not need to have the code here, because remember that only the JVZoo code is detected. So you will need to have the link. The link in this case will start from the https://www.2checkout.com all the way to the very end right here. So you'll see this all the way to the very end with a number. And the number will end with a quotation, but you don't want to copy that. So this is going to be the link. In fact, if we take a look at the link and I go to the URL, you'll be able to see the checkout process right here. So after the person goes through the payment process here, they will be forwarded to the payment success URL and they will get the thank you page. Now, we're not done yet. We still have to go back to the EDB system. So we got to go click continue editing, go to step number 4, and where it says pay link or JVZoo code, we need to remove this, whatever is here, and simply paste the to checkout link. And that's it. From that point, simply go down here, click on save and preview, and we can activate it, and there we go. Let's talk about integrating the EDB system with the DigiResults payment processor. So to do that, log in, click on Manage, click on Listings, and create a new listing. At this point, create a name, category, and description, and click on Create Listing. Now, at this point, you can set up your sales page and enter your name, your email, and your sales page. So we're going to go back to the EDB system. We're looking at the deal name theme design. This right here is going to be the actual sales page. So we're going to copy that, enter that here, click on update product. And we could set the price. In this case, it's going to be a single price. We're going to say $7. And the thank you page here is going to be the pay success URL. So this is the link that you want. Copy and paste that here and click on update variant. Now you can add your OTOs, your backend offers, and more quickly and easily with Digi Results. Now to start selling, we have to click on Start Selling. Now at this point, to get the button link, this is not the link here. You actually have to scroll down here and click on Edit the Product here and click on Get Buy Button Code. Now what we want is the buy link only. We do not need the HTML for the actual button. What we need is this link here. So we're going to copy this here. We're going back to the EDB system. Go down to step number 4 and simply paste that here. Click on Save and Preview and Save Inactive. And when I go straight to the button link, just to test it out, we can see here that we have the product and it's $7. So everything is correct and good to go. In this specific video, I'm going to show you how to integrate Xactse with the Easy Deal Builder system. Go ahead and log into your Xactse account and create a product. So go under Products, Add, New Front End. At this point, enter your product name, description, and upload an image. I'm going to run through this fairly quickly so that I can show you how to get to the point of integration of the EDB system with the Xactse system. So enter your name, description. We're not going to use an image for testing purposes. A regular price, we're going to say $7, and go ahead and enter the support URL, email, and refund period. And click on Next Page. At this point, you can choose whether or not you want to have an affiliate program. In this case, for testing purposes, I'm going to say no. Click on Add Product. And at this point, you're going to see 4 different bars, and these are basically telling you what you need to complete. Now, at this point, we need to enter the sales page settings and the thank you page settings. Now, in this case, we want to use our own sales page URL. So we're going to click on no, or leave it as no, and go to the EDB system and take a look at our deal. And this is going to be the sales page here. At this point, we go to the sales page URL and simply paste that here. Now, the sales page tracking pixel, as you can see, it says you must insert the snippet above in your sales page between the body and body tags. Otherwise, your order button will not work. Let's go ahead and do that. So copy this, go to the EDB system, edit the deal, and under step number 1, we have advanced users add code. Basically do body start, and we're going to copy it in here. And then, of course, save this deal. Go back to the Xactse system, and it wants you to enter the thank you page URL, which is basically, in this case, going to be your pay success URL. So highlight, copy, and paste. You can edit the footer text. We're not going to do it in this case, so we're going to just click on Save Changes. And now it says we need to edit the product category and the payment processor settings. So we need to go to the General Settings tab here. Under Payment Processors, click Yes for PayPal. Product categories, you'll need to choose your category. In this case, we'll just say something like business, possibly, we'll just say small business. and you can enter tags or keywords. So in this case, my product is a piece of software, so I could say something like easy123 software type, and so forth and so forth. After you've done that, you can go through here and choose these options. I'm going to click on Save Changes, and there we go. Now we're almost done. It says the product is not published yet. You can publish this product by clicking the Go Live button at the bottom of the page. Scroll down to the bottom, click on Go Live. You have to agree to the terms and services and click on Publish Now. Once it is live, we will need to get the Buy button link. So go to Integration Settings, and you'll see the sales page URL, the order button URL, and more. In this case, we want the order button URL. And if we take a quick look at the URL, we can see that the product name, the description, the price is all correct. Now, there's one more step. If we copy this and we go back to the Easy Deal Builder system, click Continue Editing, basically go to step number 4 and copy that link here. Now that we know that it works, if we go down here and click on Save and Preview, and we preview the deal itself to test it out, and click on Add to Cart, we can see that it forwards to Zaxay and the same order checkout area that we saw earlier. So now that we know that this works, we're done, and that's it. In this specific video, I'm going to show you how to integrate the ClickBank payment processor with the Easy Deal Builder system. Go log in to ClickBank, go to Settings, and go to Products. At this point, you can click on Add New Product. And let's go ahead and add a product. In this case, it's a software. It's not shippable media, so we're going to leave that as it is. The pitch page is basically the sales page. So if we go to the EDB system and we're looking at the deal itself, the deal URL is here. So copy this and we'll paste that here. Now, ClickBank offers the ability to add a mobile pitch page. Now, the EDB system, as you know, provides a mobile-friendly narrow deal URL. So we're going to copy this over here. And there we go. Now we need to include the thank you page here, which in this case is the Pay Success URL. Highlight, copy, and paste it over here. Choose the product currency, product price, commissions, language, and the product title. Once you're done, click on Save Changes. And there we go. Now, with ClickBank products, you will have to get them approved by clicking Approval Request Required. Now, for the sake of time, let's assume that we just take the product here. To create an order link, this is how you do it. Now, ClickBank actually provides some information about this, so let's take a look. It says here that the payment link is the item number.vendor.pay.clickbank.net. Now, in order for this to work, it has to be approved. So let's take an approved product and show you how to create an order link. In this case, this is item number 1, and this is the ID of the vendor. So I'm going to enter it over here. We're going to go here, make it big so that you can see it. And okay, so we got http colon slash slash, then it's number one dot vendor dot pay dot clickbank dot net. Now the vendor ID is basically going to be your ClickBank username, and in this case all we need to do is put the vendor ID here, and that's basically our order link. Now if we go to this page at the very top here and enter it, you'll notice that it goes to the order form for the specific product. Now once you have created your order link and you tested it and it works, you can go back to the EDB system, go to continue editing, go under step number 4, and simply paste the ClickBank order link here. We click on save and preview. We can preview the deal and click on add to cart, and we see that it works. And of course, that's with the assumption that your ClickBank product is approved and is working. And that's how to integrate ClickBank with the EDB system.